Yo, yo, what it do? What it do? Man, it's been a long time, bro. I've been on a main hiatus, you know what I'm saying? I just been focusing on my bag, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, I failed for a minute. I had stopped dating, went on a hiatus on that as well. Man, just been trying to get my life back in order. And trying to start my business back up, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of in the credit repair space game. Got a lot of stuff put away in the back files to pull out later on. You know what I'm saying? As my finances increase and stuff, man, I'm on a whole different wave and a whole different path right now, man. And man, it's a blessing, man. I feel so great, man. I feel so at peace, and I'm back in the dating market and seeing what's out there. You know what I'm saying? If something goes well and it goes well, then you know what I'm saying, hey, I'm with it. But if it's, you know, if it's something that I feel like it's not gonna add to my mission and bring value to my life, then I'm cool on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm moving completely different, man. Putting money up for retirement. Trying to build a life to where I can travel a lot more, see the world more, and who knows, man? Maybe I end up overseas somewhere, man. You know what I'm saying? But today I'm reacting to a video. We're gonna react to it live right now. I didn't find the video I really wanted to find. I came across a video of this beautiful black woman. Um, she apparently is like, a sex worker. And this white man was cheating on his wife, and they were out somewhere or whatnot. But it was a really good video, bro. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. But right now we're reacting to this beautiful lady right here, man. The video is gonna be about feminism is a psyop. Ooh wee.
Formed
Let's
and
go to the
executed
video.
perfectly on a woman.
This. Mm, hold on. Let's do this right here.
And now it is actively destroying society, families, households, everything from the inside out. And the moms don't even know how to raise their own daughters. The dads, I'm not a dad, so I can't say too much on them, but how much can they even do? Because their wives and the mothers don't even respect them. What can you expect when you take the heart of the household and harden it? You push these ideas, these narratives that rip the soul out of the one thing that's supposed to have the most beautiful soul. In the beginning of the word in the Bible, it says that God created the male and female, and I think that that sentence is extremely important, and it was written there for a reason, because male and female are two separate things. Feminism was never about equal rights. If you are an intellectual with any type of brain in your head, you will understand the concept behind feminism. Now, I'm not saying that the women who stood behind feminism were doing that out of ill will. Absolutely not. And I don't think that men, average everyday men, are against the equality of the genders in terms of the law and how the law views a woman and a man. However, the government has never been innocent. The government has always preyed on victims, preyed on the population like they are weak animals or something like that. And from the moment that this idea even became introduced to society, it was a play. It was a play on the people. It was a play on the most vulnerable and emotional members of society, which is the woman. And we all know, well, not all of us, but if you are, like I said, any type of intellectual individual, you will understand and you will know who funded feminism in the beginning. In the very beginning, the people that funded feminism were strategic billionaires, trillionaires.
Basically, the people who funded feminism, she's saying, and I wholeheartedly agree with, is big companies, big pharma. Um, it's so funny and ironic because it's basically like the top companies in the world that help control and maintain the S&P 500, which I invest into, and a lot of us invest into, and we become gradual millionaires over decades of time of investing money into these markets, so that we're able to retire comfortably here in the United States of America. So she's basically saying that those companies and those people who are in power, who've been in power for, decades, maybe even hundreds of years by now, are the ones who pretty much help create the psyop on feminism to increase the workforce, as far as inputting workers in there, which i.e. the female, right? Because mostly primarily it was males centered. Now it's a lot of females you see now in the workforce, and they're just getting a dollar off taxation, just taxing all of us together. So now they make even more money. They can pay less, they can pay less in wages because there's more people now. So it's, the market's more saturated with workers, so we're more easily replaceable. And a regular job, like, just warehouse work, right? You might be able to get paid damn near 25, 27, $50 an hour, but what's the wage for that? Like $15 an hour, $17 an hour, if that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, and everything is expensive. But let's continue.
A certain foundation, you may say. And this foundation pushed this idea. They pushed it and they pushed it and they pushed it. It was never about equality. It was never about the average everyday woman. It was never about these things. It was all about money. It was about taxing a whole group of people that were not able to be taxed before. Feminism was never about freedoms or rights. Never, ever, ever. Now, of course, some things at that time were questionable in the way that women were being treated in society. And yes, those things needed to be addressed. But again, I'm going to circle back around and let's just talk about how the government never cares about people. So, do you really believe that these problems were the main concern of the government? Or were these things just, what's that word? Bait for the fish to bite. And so once they bit that bait, they really got down into the ocean. They got pulled down. And all these other things came on top of them that they didn't even know about because they didn't question anything. They just accepted it with the false sense of stability and safety being introduced as a woman. I'm not going to say that feminism has always been this way. I mean, I wasn't around when it was introduced, so I can't specifically say how the world was at that time because I wasn't here to see it. I can look in history books, but who knows how accurate the history books are anyways. But I can say that I know for 100% certainty that modern day feminist world of workers, a world of slaves, and 90, if not more, I'm going to say 90 to be conservative, to be polite, 90% of women, this goes completely over their head. And they take feminism, this just really gets me going, they take feminism as some sort of empowerment when you're literally enslaving yourself. You don't even have the brains to think through what this actually is in reality. Creating an OnlyFans account is not empowerment. You are literally enslaving yourself to a disgusting, disgusting system. It's absolutely degenerate and disgusting. And you're a feminist, but your entire job depends on men? Feminism has made women hate men from the beginning, not even giving them a chance, which therefore raises other children, if the feminist even has children, to then hate men and to put them down. And it creates an entire framework of...
That's what really gets my blood boiling too. It's like they say that they're independent and they're independent of men, right? But then again, everything that women do is male centered, like male centered around men. So it's like everything that they do, whether it's from porn, it's from OnlyFans, stuff like that. I don't even know if I can say this, but I'm not even monetized, so I think I'll be fine. But like everything that they do is centered around men. Even if they work for a big corporation making good money, or even in the nursing field, who are the doctors in these rooms? Who are the people behind this stuff? Who are the people who are making this technology and the apps and stuff for these things to be used? And then the men become a tool to be utilized by women because the men are the ones who want to consume this stuff. Women are not just straight up consuming other women's, videos and content and want to talk to women like that. They can talk to women on a regular basis in the everyday world. Some of these women are friends with these women, who make this OnlyFans content. So it's just like, bro, all of it is centered around men, but you're independent of men. That doesn't make any sense. So it's like women aren't truly independent. And if you have to scream at top of your lungs that you're independent, you're probably not. When is the last time that you heard a man say, I'm independent? we don't say that shit. We just do. We just are what we are. We don't have to say it. You can see it, right? It's in the proof is in the pudding, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's continue.
Disrespect and just no gratefulness for the things that we have from men. And I think that's absolutely repulsive. Like I said in my last video, I don't care if you think that I'm sounding like a pick-me. I'm coming from a place of genuine thought and genuine concern, and I really do observe these things. For example, a woman may drive to her studio for her OnlyFans job to record some content to sell to men, by the way, which are the ones funding her life. And she will talk about how much she doesn't need a man, how I don't need no man, I can do this on my own, I'm a strong, independent woman. Well, how did you drive to your OnlyFans studio to record content? Well, you got into a man-made car, and you drove on man-made roads, and you weren't killed and raped in public on the side of the road because you have male police officers to protect you. It's just a clown show. It's a complete joke. This whole thing is a complete joke. There's no logic behind it, but what can you expect when you have modern day feminists running around everywhere? It's kind of comical, honestly. And when you look back in history, I want you guys to comment, please, because if I don't understand, if I don't know, I would love to learn. I can't think of any successful matriarchal society in history that wasn't quickly destroyed or quickly overruled by a patriarchy. Now, why is this? Because a patriarchy is competitive, and a patriarchy is strong, and a patriarchy is a system that was meant to work from the beginning. So I can't think of any successful matriarchies, probably because they weren't around long enough to be in history books. There's no monuments, there's no history on them, because they weren't able to sustain themselves for very long before they got overthrown by a patriarchy. And that's not a bad thing. Men are supposed to be in leader roles. Women are not supposed to be in those same roles. Women are great, are absolutely fantastic for certain things that men cannot do. Men cannot grow a baby in their uterus. They don't have a uterus to grow a baby in. We cannot uphold society. The only reason feminism even is allowed to exist in the modern day world is because strong men back the belief. If it weren't for men, we wouldn't have the opportunity to have that belief. The same modern day feminists who hate men, who want to be independent, want to be a boss babe, want to be all this stuff. And I'm not hating completely on these things. I'm talking general terms, like I said in the last video. If you can't understand I'm talking in general terms here, you really need to understand that. I'm not speaking in total. So this whole culture and this idea of I don't need no man isn't completely insane, because men are the only reason you're even allowed to have these opinions today. The only reason I'm allowed to sit here and make this YouTube video is because some men somewhere fought for my right to be able to do this. And then modern day feminists are going to go right back around and disrespect the men of the society that allow them to have this comfortable lifestyle, drive on the roads, go into the buildings that they have work at, have these houses to raise families in. Well, feminists don't really raise families anyway, and if they do, they're not really raising them. They're just repeating media slop into their children's ears. Anyways, back to the point of the video is that it really is one of the most damaging psyops in human history, and it has completely ripped apart the beauty of the human cycle and the way that it was built to be from the beginning. And it was supposed to be this beautiful picture and beautiful story.
And that's where I think I'm gonna end the video off, man. I'm gonna leave the link to this video in the description of this post. But man, she definitely hit on some points that I definitely agree with. It's crazy, bro. Everything with feminism is basically a contradiction. It should have never existed, but it does. Because the powers that be, create the system this way, and the system is very flawless. They're very smart. They outsmarted their own humankind just for a dollar bill. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the dollar bill, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, it's just how the cookie's gonna crumble, and it's sad. But a lot of people are gonna end up sad and lonely. And men have always been alone, so we'll be fine. It's just you know. Just what I'm saying, hit them and toss to the side of the road. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean. If you find you a good one, lock it down. If you don't, hey man, make sure you get your money right, keep your money tight, and have enough to carry you into a retirement until you leave this earth, and that's just how it's gonna go. If you want to see something different, hey, you know what those bros doing. You know what I'm saying? That's flying over, if you know what I mean. But hey, man, I appreciate you guys, man. Like, comment, subscribe to the video, man. We out.